Welcome to Hell in a Cell, an animation podcast hosted by me, James, and...
Me, Mariya.
There you go. Yay, we got it right this time.
Damn it, James, you ruined it.
Nope, didn't. I'm catching this ball and running with it.
God.
Anyway, we watch an episode or episodes of a cartoon, and then we talk about it. Like smarty pantses. Agreed?
Yes. We're definitely smarty pants, James.
We pretend to be, at least.
I'm wearing my bird smarty pants. There's
What?
birds on them.
What?
I'm wearing pants with birds on them because I'm still in my pajamas. Because that's what I'm usually wearing when we record these things. Moving on,
I guess. Today, on today's episode, we watched My Hero Academia, a Japanese anime for Anime April, which has been totally worth it and a good idea, right, Mariya?
Of course. Totally. 100%.
God.
I definitely cried.
How many times have you cried?
Just
Anime
once.
April?
Just once.
Just once, okay. Anyway, we watched Season 2, Episode 22 and 23, Bakugo vs. Uraraka, and Shoto Todoroki, Origin.
Yes.
Original air dates, May 27th and June 3rd, 2017. Series writer, Yosuke Kuroda. Series director, Kenji Series director, Kenji Nagasaki, and produced by Studio Bones.
And how many times has Nagasaki been in your history class, James?
I was gonna cut that out. But now I can't. We could not get the people that worked on the episodes, unfortunately, so we're just using the series production people, unfortunately. Yep. Apologies, but, information being what it is.
Hard to get, yes.
Yeah, especially in a different language. If one of us spoke Japanese, or could read Japanese at least, then we could be able to figure out who did this stuff.
I know many languages. Japanese is not one of them, unfortunately.
I know one language, and Japanese is not it.
I know one language, and Japanese is not it.
Yep. Mariya, give us a summary.
All right, I'm gonna mush them both together because my brain is like that. Anyway, we start off with Uraraka telling off Deku because she wants to fight Bakugo by herself and not take any help from Deku because she is determined and a smart woman. Yeah.
Don't need no man.
She don't need no man, no. Except for the two people that carry her away in a stretcher later. But, we'll get to that.
Everybody needs a stretcher at one point or another.
Yep. Anyway, so she goes into the fight, and her primary strategy is to touch Bakugo so that she can make him fly, and thus render him unable to do shit, supposedly. But she can't get close to Bakugo because Bakugo is fast and keeps blasting her away. He has boundary issues, unfortunately.
Mariya, that was Deku's plan.
Well, but she starts off trying to do that, though. She tries to touch him.
Does she?
Yeah, she spends most of the time trying to touch him before she realizes she can't do that anymore.
I thought that was a distraction.
No, but in the start she does try to touch him. She tries twice before she realizes she can't get close to him because his things are too fast. His reflexes are too fast.
Okay.
After which she kind of just switches her plan and just runs at him. So she spends most of the fight running at him and taking hits, but and everyone starts getting worried because Bakugo is relentless, and she is also relentless, and everyone's worried he's gonna kill her or something, not realizing that Uraraka has a plan. a few bystanders protest, and then Aizawa tells everyone to shut the hell up and let her fight. And then they realize that Uraraka had a plan, and she's basically running at him to dislodge the rocks so she can have them float above him and then drop it on him when she has enough up in the air. Unfortunately, she decides to do the very hero thing and monologue about it before she actually does it, and therefore giving enough time for Bakugo to react. And then, well, she tries to fight him again, but she's already too weak after taking so many hits, so she passes out and is carried away in a stretcher. Deku goes to prepare for his match, which is the next one, and goes to the training room and finds Uraraka there. And Uraraka is her regular happy self, and gives Deku the confidence that he needs to get into the next fight, even though Deku already has 2 broken fingers that just got healed. After that, Uraraka talks to her dad, and cries for a little while. And then I also cried for a little while. That was kind of sad. And then essentially we segue into the next episode where Deku has a conversation with Endeavor, and essentially Endeavor is trying to live vicariously by Todoroki, and wants to defeat All Might, essentially using Todoroki to defeat Deku so that he can be better. Endeavor's weird. Anyway, they get into the ring, and Deku is a sadist, and Deku is a masochist, and therefore breaks most of his fingers trying to keep Todoroki's attacks at bay, and then realizes that Todoroki can only take so much cold before he starts freezing up himself, and then has a moment of therapy and manages to get Todoroki to use his fire side, and they both go to attack each other with their powers, and the adults have some sense in them and therefore stop the fight before they both kill each other, and Deku passes out. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Just 2 fights. Oh, you forgot.
What did I forget?
Kirishima versus Tetsu.
Oh, yes. Kirishima versus Tetsu, where they essentially... Well, I think that the episode before, they spent, like, punching each other and then did not get through. So then they had to do an arm wrestling contest. And then Kirishima wins that
basically.
Fight. Somehow. So weird. That fight, that entire, just the matchup was so weird.
Because they have the same power.
They have essentially the same power and spend most of the time punching each other in the face.
Yeah, basically. It was stupid.
It was, yes. Also, I didn't realize that the weird hair thingy around Tetsu's eyes are not his mask. And those are his actual eyebrows or
no, those
lashes.
are his eyelashes. I don't know.
Why?
Because the world, Mariya.
Yes, but it has nothing to do with his powers or anything.
Apparently it does.
Oh my god.
At some point in the past, it had something to do with his powers.
Great. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Character design, 10 out of 10.
Series is weird.
It is. It's super weird.
Anyway, should we talk about the actual episodes?
Yes, we should talk about the episodes. That's what we've been doing.
No, we've been talking about Tetsu.
You say it like 5 times. Anyway.
I thought it was 4.
It is 4. You said like 5 times.
No,
We're not having this argument here.
Okay, fine. Where should we start?
Book for MVP.
What?
Notebook. Deku's notebook.
Oh, Deku's notebook.
So
god, that stupid joke.
When the episode started, Deku was looking through his notebook, trying to explain to Ida what what strategy he was going to give Uraraka, and James said he should really just get a new notebook. And I was like, that notebook survived Bakugo.
Somehow Deku's notebook has developed a quirk that makes it immune to explosions and water.
Oh, God.
When he could really just get a new one.
He could, yeah. That one's book number 13, James.
Oh yeah, that's true. I just bought a notebook and it was $1 plus tax.
I mean, yeah.
So if he can't afford a notebook, that boy got problems. We should set up a relief fund for Deku.
Relief fund for Deku to get notebooks.
Yeah, he needs all the notebooks. Let's
Amazing.
raise some money for Deku and his poor mom.
Yup.
Who can buy a mountain of tissues, but not a new notebook for her son.
Oh my god. Basically make a notebook out of the tissues, why not?
I mean, it would be terrible, but alright.
Better than not having a notebook?
I mean, he has a notebook, though. It just got exploded.
We're spending too long on a notebook.
That notebook is the true hero of the manga.
The notebook is the MVP.
Yes. No, but who's
Anyway,
the actual MVP?
Is there an MVP? Aren't they all most valuable players? Technically.
I guess. I don't know. I like Uraraka.
I love Uraraka. Let's actually talk about this fight.
Okay, how Uraraka is better than everybody else.
I was talking about the fight between her and Bakugo.
But I just want to talk about how Uraraka is awesome.
Well, she is, and then the series creators,
We'll get there.
writers, producers don't do her justice. Spoiler alert. Anyway,
Froppy is where the money is.
Well, yeah, she's great too. I like Froppy. Froppy's great.
People are weird about Froppy, though.
They are. It's because of the tongue, isn't it?
I think so.
It's because of the tongue. It's because of the tongue for sure.
Oh, God. Let's not go there.
We'll talk about that as well.
Do we have to?
But let's start off with Bakugo versus Uraraka, which is what the show, what the episode was called, and also what the episode entailed.
Yeah. It set a very good tone for Uraraka.
It did. That was a good starting point.
As a character that didn't do anything during the invasion arc.
She
previously.
didn't. No. Not much. I think during the invasion she was with like Ida and everyone else who were stuck with
she
Space
did
Lady.
one thing during that.
What did she do? What did she do?
I think she floated something.
Right.
Maybe?
As is her powers.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, again, her powers aren't astoundingly amazing.
We
sure.
talked about this before in the fairy tale episode.
In our fairy tale episode. Yeah,
So
like her powers aren't astounding or great or something. Which also explains why she wasn't there when they were fighting with Nomu and what's Handface called?
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki, yes. Even if she had been there, like there isn't much that she could have done. Essentially, like none of.
Are you talking about the One for All? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the invasion in the first half where Aizawa gets beat up to shit. But even towards the end, it's Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku. Yeah, it's just those guys. The
actual main characters of the show.
Yeah, because they have the raw power essentially to do things,
right? Which
none of the other characters have. But anyway, so we got to see her with her powers that are quite tame as compared to Bakugo.
I
Face
can
off.
float things versus I explode everything around me.
I explode.
Yes.
Everything.
Everything.
I have boundary issues. So, I mean, like I said in the summary, Uraraka tries to, touch Bakugo. That sounds wrong. Okay, rephrase that.
No, she
Uraraka
wants
tries
to touch
to
Bakugo. Yeah. This is fan fiction Friday, right, Mariya?
No, it's not. No,
Are
you're in the
you
wrong
sure?
place, James. Yes. Yes.
But then what am I going to do with this pile of fan fictions next to me?
Throw it out the window, burn it.
What?
Cleanse your room from that.
There is an evil aura coming out of them.
Yeah, I suppose this is the origin story for the Kachan X Uraraka ship. I suppose this is the origin story.
Or are we getting into ships now?
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're talking about Uraraka and how she is a smart character and unfortunately this fight was in a sense the highest point that her character gets before
as somebody who's read the manga, I can tell you that is entirely true. She has never ever looked cool since this fight.
And one of the favorite things about my fight was her jacket thing, where she throws the jacket as a decoy, and it was amazing because he fell for it like a rabid animal.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yup. Oh, God. Yes.
You had a story about that, apparently. You had a story about the jacket, apparently.
I did. So one of the reasons, it's not exactly the same thing as what she did, but when I used to play with the kids in my apartment building, we used to go up onto the terrace and we would play this game where we would play a version of Cops and Robbers that was a lot rougher than regular Cops and Robbers, where you had to essentially drag the person to jail. And when I would play, I would always wear my jacket because if someone caught me, I would just take off my jacket and run away because they would be grabbing onto my jacket. And I loved doing that, and it was amazing, and that's what this reminded me of. And that's why I think Uraraka is cool.
Oh, God. Mariya. Why do you do this to me?
What did I do? I thought it was smart at the time, okay? I was the hardest person to catch.
I can't.
Can't what?
I don't know why that's dumb, but it is. And it makes me laugh.
God. Anyway. I should have probably told you the story before we started recording. That way you could have had like your fit of laughter off air.
Just imagining tiny Mariya looking so proud of herself.
I was not the tiniest person though. I don't know why it's so funny. Oh, God. Maybe our listeners would also find it as funny if they had actually seen me. Unfortunately, they haven't. Therefore, it doesn't have the same effect. Moving on.
I'm good.
From that fit.
Good.
You good?
I'm good.
Cool.
Then, okay. So, should we... So, My Hero is a pretty good anime.
Yes.
It's got some really good animation. It adapts the source material pretty faithfully. Mm-hmm. But, well, yeah, it does it pretty to the letter.
Right.
Usually, I would say. In contrast to the thing that happened at the beginning of Anime April,
Oh, yes.
where we started with a similar episode with just Natsu versus Ursa.
Yes. Yeah. We did kind of do that. This one, actually, there was a fight.
Yes.
There's a lot of action shots in this.
There were.
In both these episodes.
Yes.
And they feel very smooth and nice.
They do. They're really good, really well animated. Not much in Bakugo versus Uraraka.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty straightforward and standard in terms of choreography, shots.
Right.
It has some pretty. It's good. It's nice. It has some standout moments. It's just it doesn't make use of any interesting techniques or visual stuff.
Right.
Aside from the good use of CG for the falling rocks.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's visual wise, it's pretty standard practice now.
Right. And I mean, yeah, it looked great. It looked nice and smooth, unlike.
Well, here's the thing, Mariya. Here's the thing. A thing that has come up a lot, at least in like the late 2000s. Everybody's talked about anime budgets.
Right.
And that's a thing that still gets brought up today for when you have a series like Fairy Tail, where there's a manga, everybody's excited for the series because they'll see, the cool fight scenes and animation, then when it actually happens, it looks like garbage.
Right.
Everybody blamed budget for that. Everybody blamed budget for that, for stiff animation, and that's not true. What's come out is pretty much anime studios get pretty much the same budget. Like every series gets a pretty comparable budget. There's exceptions, obviously.
Right.
But in terms of like a general consensus, it's pretty similar. And really the thing is, like we said in the Fairy Tail episode, it's how you use that budget. It's how you use your animators. It's how you use your time.
Right.
And Bones, as a studio, has got people who could use their budget effectively, use their animators effectively, and use their time effectively.
Right.
It helps that they run on a seasonal schedule, so it's not,
churn out as many as you can.
Yeah, no, it's turn out 12 episodes or so. 15, I can't remember what the season is for My Hero.
I think it's 15.
I think so too, yeah. Turn out 15 episodes, take a break, get your pre-production going, storyboard everything and figure out what we're doing. And then animate it, see what we need to focus on, see what we don't need to focus on.
Right.
Rather than having like, okay, we finished this episode, let's get moving on the next one. Let's get moving on the next one. Oh, we're doing that one, let's get moving. Oh, this is an important episode, let's put all our good animators on this one.
Right.
Let's put the B team on the next episode. Yeah, it's all... Budget really doesn't have much of an effect. It's really how you use all of your resources.
So if, say, an anime series takes off, kind of like how My Hero did, does that mean that does the production budget change?
No.
Or do they maintain the same production budget?
No, I believe it's standard. You just get this budget. You might get what you probably will get is more people come in.
Okay.
But I do not believe that the budget actually changes.
Right.
But if you have like a popular series, you can probably poach some pretty good people to come in and work on this.
I see.
In contrast, right now, at the time of recording, we're having a bit of a dust up in the anime community. Because the One Punch Man trailer for season 2 just came out.
Oh, yeah, I remember my brother talking about it. He was a little upset.
Yeah. Well, first of all, trailers are very misleading because Kevin Smith, he's a director, he says that when you have a trailer, you aren't getting a full, complete shot or you don't have the full complete movie. You have what has been shot, and for animation you have what has been animated.
Right.
And what has been animated usually isn't everything that has been animated. A lot of times you won't have lighting correctly, you won't have the sound mix, you won't have any of the effects done.
Right.
So, the trailers are misleading because they are not working with the full product. We saw that with Suicide Squad, which was a completely misleading trailer because they were reshooting the movie as they were making, or after they made the trailer.
Right.
But anyway, point being is, but a lot of people are talking about that studio had a complete change from who is running it.
Okay.
And that is what people are saying accounts for the budget or the quality changes in the trailer. Of course, it's not going to look like that, probably.
Hopefully, is what you mean.
I would hopefully. But I would say, everybody's getting their ruffles feathered for no reason.
You mean feathers ruffled?
That's what I said.
You said ruffled.
Did I say feathered? Ruffled feathered? Shut up. Stop correcting me. I'm the leader of this podcast, damn it. If I want to say something stupid, I'll say it.
Okay.
But anyway, Bones is a studio that really knows how to push their budget, their animators, their creative team, to get the best product.
Right.
I don't have a lot of examples in front of me because why would I do anything extra for this podcast whatsoever? I remember it's My Hero. They've done a lot of other great stuff. But anyway. Oh, they did Soul Eater, which also looks really good, even if the series isn't that great.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
It's good. That's about it.
You hesitated.
Well, I mean, because I watched a bit of it recently, and it's just like, my teenage self would have loved this, but my adult self hates it.
I see.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Cool.
Anyway, for the actual good animation, let's go over to Todoroki versus Deku.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was some serious animation going on over there.
I would call it excessive if it didn't look so cool.
Yeah.
Because,
the whole ice animation was amazing.
Yes. Ice looked amazing. The fire looked, I don't even know.
Better than Natsu's.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you have, yeah.
I'm still a little salty about that. Anyway.
I mean, you should be, because this is actual animated fire and not an effect.
Yes,
that they
the fire
bought off the
was
internet.
very good. The fire was very good. The whole, even the scene where, well, since we were talking about, like, colors.
Oh, God.
The scene between Deku and Endeavor where the color palette changes.
Oh, yeah.
That was very cool.
That looked
neat.
Very
eye-catching and totally fit the sort of dramatic scene that it was and hit home real hard.
Yeah. A very simple effect.
Yeah.
Very effective for what it was trying to convey.
Yeah, and we saw that in JoJo as well. They did that often with Dio and JoJo when they were sort of talking in their own head. But it was very dramatic and definitely catches your eye because it essentially flips the colors around and holds your attention much better than the regular sort of color palette that's going on.
Yeah, if you want a masterclass on color palette, JoJo is kind of the place where you want to go.
Yeah. Is there even a palette for that show?
There is one, and it's the rainbow.
The entire color spectrum is its palette.
Yep. Why would you settle for anything less?
Just no swatches at all. Like, the swatch area is just every color.
Yep. It's when you go to pick a color in like a program like Photoshop, that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
They
That's,
just throw a dart at the board and where it lands.
They
That's
just throw the dart at the color wheel and like, oh yeah, sounds great, perfect, amazing. That's what we're going with.
Yes, we'll go with Blorange.
Anyway,
Yes.
So yeah, let's talk about Endeavor, since
Do we
we're
have
on
to?
him. We want to?
No, because he's an abusive asshole who tortures his family because he is crazy. And
he's also a mid-maxer. That's all I wanted to say.
He is also a mid-maxer, yes.
He's mid-maxed a child.
He
mid-maxed a child.
Yep.
Oh, God.
The fact that the manga is trying to redeem him is kind of disgusting, in my opinion.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
I don't care. You could read the manga for $2 a month. You could read the whole damn thing.
Not sponsored, by the way.
We are not sponsored by Viz or Shonen Jump or, well, we watch this on Hulu or Funimation or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, support them. Damn it.
Yes. Do that.
That is what
we
we
watch
do.
More anime.
Yes. Support them so we get more stuff. But okay, but then those people are like, but that's not Japanese. It's not subbed and it's not true. Fan subs are the true, way to watch anime.
I can't focus on what's happening on the screen and read at the same time. I'm sorry, my brain doesn't work like that.
Mariya. You
I
opened
don't
up
care.
a can of worms.
I don't care. I watched a couple episodes of My Hero in subbed, and that was not dubbed. And I could not make sense of anything that was happening because I was watching something and I was hearing something else and I was reading something else and my brain was so confused and I just gave up. I was like, no. If I don't get the dubbed, I'm not watching it because I can't make sense of anything that's happening here. And I don't care if you don't think I'm a true fan. Gatekeeping is bullshit.
Agreed. I can do subbed or dubbed. I prefer dubbed. Just because it's easier to watch. Because I am an American and my language is English, and hearing something in English is appealing to me. Because that's how my brain works.
Yeah, it makes sense in your brain.
So, if you prefer subbed, good on you.
Just leave everyone else alone.
Yeah, you're not getting the true version. I mean, I guess you are because you're listening to it in Japanese, but the subs are still in English.
Yep.
And the subs that people actually get paid to do are lots better than the ones that just some random fan with Google Translate knows how to do.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We've gone off the rails a little.
I mean, it's stuff that it's the animation. We're talking about how people enjoy it. Like I watched GGO, and like I would have subtitles on and have it in English, like have the dub, and the subtitles, what they were saying in the dub version versus the subtitles were totally different. And I was just like, okay, you know what? I can either do this or that, and so I had to turn off the subtitles because everything was haywire.
It's because the English has a different script than the subtitles because they're like, oh, we have to change this because it doesn't sound right or the lip flaps don't match.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Or just some phrases might have to be translated.
We've come a long way, though, from the days of the 90s where they just change things for no reason.
Oh, God.
Can I interest you, Mariya, in a jelly-filled donut?
Sure.
You don't get the reference?
No, I don't.
Oh, there's a Pokemon episode.
Oh.
We'll get to 4 Kids eventually, I swear.
Okay.
I don't know when, but we will. We'll do a 4 Kids anime month.
God.
Oh, it's going to be hell.
God.
Okay, but anyway. Oh, and a bunch of their shows are now on streaming. Oh, it's going to be hell. Anyway, Pokemon. Brock offers Ash some rice balls. You know what a rice ball is, right?
Yeah.
It's a ball of rice. It's the most
Yeah.
simplest thing you could imagine. But instead he says, "Can I interest you in a jelly-filled donut?"
Oh no.
Nothing beats jelly-filled donuts.
And he's just giving him a ball of rice.
Yes.
Oh god.
A rice ball, if you will.
Sure. Anime is weird.
Mm-hmm.
We've already established this. But back to the fight.
Let's
Let's talk about everyone's favorite cinnamon roll.
That's only how you describe him, Mariya. Nobody else describes Deku as a
Everyone
cinnamon roll.
calls Deku a cinnamon roll. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not plugged into the My Hero Academia fandom as much.
You're not. You're not.
No.
You're way out of touch, James.
I apparently am. Even though
Everyone
I read the
calls-
mango.
Everyone calls Deku a cinnamon roll, okay? Get over it.
I don't care.
Yes, I'm talking about Deku. He's
Okay.
adorable. And you freaking turned a fight into a therapy session, is what he did, James.
Yes, you did.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
The animation in this fight is just insane.
Oh, it was
It's,
so good.
The angles, just whatever the hell they do with the fire. I don't even know how you would do that, and I've seen like the animation, the animatics.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, an animatic is like a test animation, or like not the test animation, but like the rough first draft of the animation, kind of.
Right.
They're like, okay, here's how it's gonna look. So it'll just be line work and no like coloring or anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're really cool. You should look at some of them. But I've seen like the animated animatic, and I'm still just like, what?
How did you do
How
this?
did you do? It's a complete everybody on base with like the animation, the color, the effects designs.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is on point, and it creates this just amazing visual like effect. Even if looking at it again, not all of it makes sense. Like Deku jumping and diving towards Todoroki over the thing of ice that's flying up below him. What? What is that? And then Todoroki doing the what?
I don't think anyone is going to understand what you just did, James.
I don't, where he grabs fire itself and just shoots it.
Oh,
like, what is he even doing? I don't even know, but it looks amazing. And then, of course, as all this going on, the concrete guy shoots up his things, which takes up most of the arena, but it's still, they only connected the 2 points, which they weren't even really there, and I don't
Yeah, it was a little messy, but I think it added to like the feeling of the fight, because the fight was messy and just chaotic.
Yeah, and the just breakneck pace with how it's done just is, covers up that little like, what just happened?
Yeah.
I mean,
everyone's already too distracted with everything else.
Exactly. And it's just, it's beautiful.
It's great.
I don't know if the series has reached those heights since.
I mean, I do remember the one scene where Deku is sort of just running in place. Like, that was an awkward animation section where he's running towards Todoroki, but like he's farther away in perspective, and I think Todoroki is like monologuing in his head, and Deku is just like running in place.
They didn't have like him moving forward.
Yeah,
he
wasn't moving forward. He was just running in place, and that was so funny.
I'm sure that was just a few seconds of, or like
it was just a few seconds, but it was still
unlike Fairy Tail, which like would hold on that shot for like 30 seconds or more as a character monologues.
Jeez.
He's just like, he's coming at me. What's he doing? As he's just running in place.
Running in place.
He's getting closer. He's still the same.
Still in the same spot. Like, I would not have...
Then cut
I've
to
been
him
watching
punching.
animation so closely now. Like, you have ruined animation for me, James. I cannot sit and enjoy anything anymore.
Woohoo! I win.
How dare you?
Anything else?
Not really.
Same. It looked really cool.
Yeah, the story's great so far. No spoilers. I'm upset. I'm upset that Uraraka doesn't get to do anything else after this episode.
Yeah, spoiler alert, she has nothing. She has less than
just-
nothing, actually.
She spends most of the time just fawning over Deku, which is kind of sad.
Yep, basically.
But you know what? I guess it's fine. I'm so used to it now. It's fine.
If you want a series where women actually do things, that's coming up from Shonen Jump. Dr. Stone is getting an anime.
Never heard of it.
It's a series where all of humanity are turned to stone, and 3,000 years in the future, 2 guys are revived and must rebuild humanity from the Stone Age.
2 guys?
Yes.
How are they supposed to rebuild humanity if they're both male?
They revive other people.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, no, it's not about that. It's more about the science.
Sure, if you say so.
Anyway, it has women. They actually do things and are an integral part of the story.
Amazing.
It's even if their designs are pretty bad.
Well, when is it coming out?
Next season, I think. So soon.
Interesting. Okay, how do you rate My Hero Academia?
Oh, 4 fingers.
Same.
It's really good. You should watch it. It's a pretty good anime.
It made me cry several times.
Well, there you go. That's a glowing endorsement from Mariya, right?
Yes, definitely. That is a glowing endorsement. Yeah, it made me cry. If it made me cry, it's probably good.
We did not talk about shipping as much as I thought we would.
Well, if anyone wants to know about shipping, just go join any My Hero Academia Facebook group and you will know the dynamic within a week.
That sounds like hell.
It is, but we're already in hell, so it's fine.
Yeah, but there's different levels of hell.
Yes, that's definitely deeper in, sure.
We're in the pretty cushy part of hell.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to find out about the shipping dynamic and the fandom dynamic, just join a group and you will know instantaneously.
Should we just do a short extra podcast where you just go off on the shipping fandom in my?
I mean, we can have like a behind the scenes episode where I just list out all the ships that I have found. It would require some research. I am willing to do said research if that's what people want.
You heard it here, folks. Bonus episode. Weird My Hero ships.
We can do this for sure.
Go to
I'm
the
down for
YouTube
that.
channel.
Yes.
And you'll hear Mariya just go off.
Just lists out all of the...
Well, you have
My
to
Hero
add commentary too.
Okay. Well, yeah, but like just list them all off. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Cool. Me too. It's good.
Go watch it.
Go watch it.
The next season is coming out in October.
Is it?
I think so.
Ah, jeez, I'm not even keeping up. What is
The
in
next
that
season coming out in October.
I don't know if that season has the best character villain in My Hero.
No spoilers, James.
I'm not
The next
spoiling
season's
it.
coming out in October. Go watch it.
Unless it's already out. Then just go watch it.
Yes. that.
legally on you can get it at Crunchyroll/Verve, Hulu, which will hopefully be connected with Funimation by then.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be doing a simul thing
Right.
with Hulu.
Or on Funimation. You could go on the website and
you
watch
can go
it
to
over there.
Funimation.com, get a subscription there. Is it on Netflix?
No, My Hero Academia is not on Netflix.
Darn. Go watch it on Toonami.
Yes, you can watch it on Toonami as well. Yes.
And don't go to any fan sub sites.
That's probably not advisable, but you can do what you want. It's a free country, ideally.
Mean, that's illegal, though.
Oh, okay, then don't do it. I thought you were just doing it because the subbing would be bad. Anyway.
I mean, it is.
Okay,
They
cool.
also steal your data. So, and will probably give you malware. So
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself or your computer.
I'm just saying.
Yes, don't do that to yourself or your computer.
You could literally go to Funimation and just watch the episodes.
Yes, watch it legally. Don't give your computer malware. We'll see you in May. What are we watching next?
Oh, what are we watching next? We are watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Nope, sorry. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right, yes, we are.
Yes. And this has been Anime April. We have some extra time, Mariya. What did you think of Anime April?
Anime April was interesting. I didn't think I could spend so long talking about anime, but apparently I can.
You've never been on YouTube, have you?
I have, just not in that particular discourse, no.
Don't, it's terrible.
I'm not planning to. I only follow a certain amount of people on YouTube, and I do not plan to increase that number anymore.
Wow, very fickle. You're not even following our YouTube channel, are you?
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
I am.
We have a YouTube channel, by the way.
Of course, I will support my own YouTube channel. What do you mean? That's...
Anyway, I thought that this was very disappointing.
Anime April was disappointing?
Yes.
Why?
Just because of Fairy Tail.
Oh.
This because we started off with the worst thing ever.
That was my idea. I apologize.
We started off with the worst thing ever. Land of the Lustrous, which was the one thing I was looking forward to watching. Because I've seen the rest. You know, and I watched it and it's like, oh, this is disappointing.
Yep, that was disappointing, yes.
And of course I knew Place Further Than the Universe, My Hero was great, and JoJo, you know, it's JoJo.
JoJo is JoJo, yes.
So, you know, those two series that I had not actually seen, very disappointing at how bad they were.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I knew Fairy Tail was bad from a story perspective.
Uh-huh.
But from an animation perspective, that was painful.
We talked about that for a bit. We had to make 2 parts for that.
I know.
Because we had so many complaints for that. Just on animation, too.
Yeah. So, here's to a better anime August.
Yes. We are planning to do an anime August. So if you're only interested in our anime section, you can tune back in August.
Or you could just watch everything else.
Or you could listen to all of it, yes. I mean, that is suggested.
In the immortal words of Hayao Miyazaki, anime was a mistake. But we have one more anime that we have to watch, Mariya.
Which one?
The movie.
Yes, we're watching a movie for...
If you want to listen to that episode, it is not on the main feed. You will have to pay $1 to listen to us talk about... What is it, Mariya?
Movie Night in Hell.
Yes, Movie Night in Hell, but what is the movie?
Lou Over the Wall.
Lou Over the Wall, from the director of Devilman Crybaby, the surprise hit of the year on Netflix. So if you want to hear more about that unique style of animation, kick over $1 on Patreon, and you can hear us talk about his one of his movies that he made before Devilman. Mm-hmm. We will not be watching Devilman, unfortunately.
No, we're watching Lou Over the Wall.
No, I mean ever, because
I
don't want to watch it with you, Mariya.
I see. That's fair.
It would be awkward.
Uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's a great show, though. Go watch Devilman Crybaby. It's on Netflix. If you don't have a Netflix subscription, where are you?
What century do you live in?
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're not, steal one from somebody. Like I do.
James, how dare you?
Netflix knows my deal.
Anyway, that's it for Anime April. We'll see you in May.
See you in May.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey, James.
What?
Did you hear?
What?
Satan's opening his new theater in hell.
That's where we live.
And our listeners can join us for just $1.
That costs less than the Netflix subscription I steal.
So head over to patreon.com/chaoticsilly to join us for our exclusive podcast, Movie Night in Hell.
It's like Hell in a Cell, but with movies.
So join us for our screening of Lou Over the Wall in Hell.
Bring popcorn. No free refills.